Commercial pilot CPL versus private pilot PPL. Understanding the key differences. 1. Definition and purpose. For commercial pilot, CPL, commercial pilot license. Number 1. A commercial pilot is licensed to fly aircraft for compensation or hire. Number 2. They can work for airlines, charter services, or other aviation businesses. Number 3. Their primary role is to transport passengers, cargo, or perform tasks like Number 4. Aerial surveys, crop dusting, or firefighting. For private pilot, PPL, private pilot license. Number 1. A private pilot is licensed to fly for personal and recreational purposes. Number 2. They cannot be compensated for their flying services. Number 3. They can carry passengers but only for non-commercial purposes. Number 2. Training requirements. For commercial pilot. Number 1 requires more intensive training and a higher number of flight hours, typically 200 to 250 hours or more. Number 2 includes advanced training in navigation, multi-engine operations, and handling emergencies. Number 3 must pass additional written exams, skill tests, and medical examinations. For private pilot. Number 1 requires fewer flight hours, 40 to 70 hours on average. Number 2 training focuses on basic flight maneuvers, navigation, and radio communication. Number 3, the written and practical exams are less demanding compared to a CPL. Number 3. Career opportunities. For commercial pilot. Number 1 work with airlines, as a first officer or captain after accumulating sufficient experience. Number 2 fly private charters, business jets, or work for cargo airlines. Number 3 perform specialized tasks like banner towing, aerial photography, or medical evacuations. For private pilot. Number 1 typically, no career opportunities since they cannot be paid for flying. Number 2 used for personal travel, leisure flying, or maintaining flying proficiency. Number 4. Compensation. For commercial pilot. Number 1 earns a salary or payment based on flying hours, employer, and region. Number 2 salaries vary greatly depending on the type of aircraft and organization. For private pilot. Number 1 not entitled to any compensation for flying. Number 5. Type of aircraft. For commercial pilot. Number 1 trained to fly a wide variety of aircraft, including large jets and multi-engine planes. Number 2 requires additional certifications, type ratings, for specific aircraft. For private pilot. Number 1 typically flies smaller, single-engine planes. Number 2 additional training and certifications are needed to operate more complex aircraft. Number 6. Responsibilities. For commercial pilot, Number 1 must adhere to strict operational and safety standards. Number 2 responsible for passenger and cargo safety. Number 3 requires knowledge of aviation regulations, weather patterns, and advanced navigation systems. For private pilot. Number 1 fewer responsibilities and lower stakes since they are not carrying passengers or cargo for hire. Number 2 focuses on personal enjoyment and proficiency. Number 7. Cost of training. For commercial pilot. Number 1 significantly more expensive due to the higher number of flight hours and advanced certifications. For private pilot. Number 1 less expensive, as it requires fewer flight hours and training resources. Conclusion. The choice between becoming a commercial or private pilot depends on your career goals. If you aim to make flying a profession, a commercial pilot license is the way to go. For recreational flying or personal travel, a private pilot license is sufficient. For more information, call us on +91 8800 66 3006 or visit our website www.amecet.in.